On that note, I want to welcome my colleague Joyce Dicuna, who is exceedingly well known among a lot of the English teachers, and she's going to take you through building communicative spoken English, which I must just say at the very beginning is different from the regular conventional English. Trinity College London has always believed that the purpose of a language is to help communicate, to help build community around it. And so hence our approach is one of many approaches which you as teachers have used. And our endeavor is to give you ideas, techniques that you could use in your classroom. And if you find something good and you've used it, please reach out and tell us that, yes, this helped me in this way, and so on and so forth. So Joyce is going to take you now through for about 40 odd minutes, and I will circle back and help link this to an end. So till then, I leave you in the very capable, able, and enjoyable Joyce's hands. I'll see you at the end of the session. Joyce, it's all yours.
Hello, teachers. Today we shall embark on a special journey amidst the rain and thunder and lightning and wind. Let's relive our younger days as kids when we were full of energy, curiosity, and enthusiasm in such a situation. Sadly, the children of today are not so full of energy and enthusiasm. So it's our challenge as teachers to get them involved and enthusiastic. Now, how do we do that? We have loads and loads of ideas on the website. My colleagues, Dale and Soma, are going to share the links with you. Please take full advantage of it. All you need to do is create activities that are challenging, yet exciting. I will demonstrate a few activities today with a focus on Jessie Grade 1 requirements. Now, when we think of Jessie Grade 1, this is the starting. Uppermost in our mind, we have two questions: what to teach and how to teach. Now, when we say what to teach, first of all, each stage of the Trinity exams, they replicate real-life exchanges where a student speaks about his experiences, his ideas, his opinions. Jessie has a structured stepway, increasing in complexity to take an absolute beginner to the level of a proficient speaker. So, today, let's deal with these two big questions, the what and the how. While guiding students, we must keep in mind three areas to be developed. First is we have language functions, where they exchange greetings, give personal information, identify and name items in the lexical list. Now, what is this lexical list? It's here on the screen. That involves something that is something to do with their everyday life, something about their immediate environment, personal information like their name, age, their family members. Then we have basic parts of the face and body. We have common animals, wild and domestic, cardinal numbers up to 20, colors and clothing. Now you will say, our students have already learned this in preschool. In fact, they can count numbers up to 100. Yes, I agree. But the challenge is they use this language, and to use this knowledge, they use the language functions. This is an important factor in our training process. Now let's look at the grammar. When you are learning a new language, would you like to be bombarded with new words? Come on, say it this way, say it that way. No. So what do? We start by telling the child You listen, you understand, and respond non-verbally. How? We use imperatives of common actions. Show me your fingers. There. Do I have to speak for that? No. Touch your ear. Now, they have to listen carefully. If I say ear, they touch one, not both. Then the next step is question words and demonstratives. Here, they have to use just one word for an answer, maybe a phrase, and gradually we teach them to use simple, short sentences. Now, but in the next part, we say the candidate has to understand and use the present tense of the verb to be, common nouns of singular and plural form, adjectives, pronouns, determiners. Determiners are very challenging. Pronouns are very challenging. They're always using the wrong words. So now how do we deal with this challenge? So we come to the question of how. How do we do it? We use teaching techniques. Today I'm going to deal with only 5 techniques. There are many. As I said earlier, on the website we have a lot of support. So I'm going to use the interactive storytelling, TPR songs. TPR stands for Total Physical Response. Show and tell, questionnaire, and guess what. So today I'm going to deal with these. You will notice along the way that for every activity I'm using more than one function. I'm developing more than one function. So shall we get started? Here you are. Greetings and personal information are situations that we face with all the time. In fact, adults make a lot of mistakes here. You must have heard people say, myself Suresh, how do you do? Now, we need to correct that. So, how do we do it? Simply by having interactive sessions with the children. Have a look at the slide. Here we have the 2 little boys introducing themselves. First boy said, hello, I'm Peter. Nice to meet you. This is my small sister Priya. She's 3 years old. I'm 5 years old. And his friend will say, hello Peter, nice to meet you. I'm Anuj. That is my big brother Kunal. He's 7 years old. I'm 5 years old. Now, in this little interaction, did you notice how we have used demonstratives? We have used adjectives, we have used determiners, and we've used pronouns. A simple activity like this. Now, some of you may say, oh, but we have our online classes, how do we do it? No problem. Suppose you have online classes, get the students to bring photographs of their siblings or their family members. Here's a picture of my siblings. I'm Joyce. I'm 7 years old. I have a brother and a sister. My brother is Nikhil. He is 2 years old. My sister is Priyanka. She's 4 years old. And I am 7 years old. But just give it a thought. What did I do? Did we use the requirements that are stated here? Yes. We have used everything. So give extensions, get the children to bring their family members' photographs, and let them speak. The more they speak, the more excited they'll be and the more they learn in a non-threatening atmosphere. Now look at the next one. We will be using different teaching techniques to reinforce the use of language functions. I'm going to tell you an interactive story about Ellie and his animal friends. You are aware that stories transport a child to a magical world, but they are also a very effective means of communication. every lesson must have definite aims. We choose items from the lexical area as our theme. So I've chosen my theme, wild animals. While narrating the story, I will get them to use the language functions and the grammar stated on the screen. So these are the different language functions. Look out for them. Please look out for them. While I'm telling the story, look out for the adjectives, look out for the demonstratives, look out for the pronouns, look out for the greetings. So it is woven into your story. So shall we start with the story? Are you ready? One request. There will be a lot of repetition in the story. I request you to please join me in those repetitive sentences, because if the children repeat those sentences with you, they will become more comfortable using language. And a story has fulfilled its purpose only if it has been interactive. So shall we start? Remember to join me in the repetition. There was once a lovely green forest which had a lot of animals living there. A cute baby elephant by the name of Ellie lived in that forest. The baby elephant felt very lonely and said, "I'm bored of being alone. I want to go into the forest and find some friends. That will make me very, very happy." He set out to the forest to find new friends. Suddenly, he saw a monkey sitting on the tree, an animal sitting on the tree. He looked at the animal and he said, what did he say? "Hello, I'm Ellie. I am an elephant." And the monkey looked at him and said, "Hello, I'm Mandy. I'm a monkey." Then Ellie looked at him. "Nice to meet you, Mandy. Please be my friend." What Mandy said? "No, no, no. You can't be my friend. You are so big. How can you swing from tree to tree? You can't be my friend." So Ellie was very sad, but he said, "Okay, but I will be your friend." And he went on his way. He walked and walked, and then he saw some tall bamboo trees. And behind the bamboo trees, there was an animal standing there. So there was Ellie. He went, he looked at him, and what did Ellie say? Please join me. "Hello, I'm Ellie. I am an elephant." And the giraffe said, "Hello, I'm Jerry. I'm a giraffe." So Ellie said, "Nice to meet you, Jerry. Please be my friend." And the giraffe looked at him and he said, "No, no, no. You are too big. You will eat up all my leaves. No, I don't want to be your friend." So what did Ellie say? "Okay, I will be your friend." And he went on his way. The baby elephant went. As he was going, walking and walking, he was walking so much, he felt thirsty. He saw a big pond and he bent down to drink water from that pond. Suddenly, an animal popped his head out of the water. What did Ellie say? Join me, please. "Hello, I'm Ellie. I am an elephant." And the elephant said, "Hello, I'm Humpy. I am a hippo." "Nice to meet you, Humpy. Please be my friend." What do you think Humpy said? "No, no, no. You are so big. You can't swim underwater." So Ellie said, "Okay, I will be your friend." Now, the baby elephant said, "It's getting dark. I must go back home." Next day, he woke up early in the morning, brushed his teeth, had a bath, sat to have his breakfast. After breakfast, he set out on his way once again to the forest to look for friends. As he was going, he saw all the animals running very fast. They were running. And he was wondering, what's happened? He stopped one animal and he said, "Hello, I'm Ellie. I'm an elephant." And the animal said, "Hello, I'm Bolu. I'm a bear." So Ellie said, "Nice to meet you, Bolu. Please be my friend." And Bolu, he said, "No, you must run away fast. The tiger is going to eat us up." So Ellie thought for a while, "The tiger is going to eat you up? Oh no, I will not let the tiger eat up all my friends. Don't worry, I'll deal with it," said Ellie. He walked. As he walked further into the forest, he was not afraid. He met Tiger and he said, what did he say? "Hello, I'm Ellie. I am an elephant." And the tiger, "Hello, I'm Tibu the tiger. I hunt animals." Ellie said, "No, you must not hunt animals. They are my friends." Oh, he laughed so heartily there. The tiger laughed so heartily and he said, okay, then you must fight with me first." And he pounced on the elephant and landed on his trunk. What did Ellie do? He began to swing his trunk left and right and left and right. And the tiger was so frightened. He was really frightened. Then finally, Ellie gave his trunk a big swing and the tiger landed on the other side of the pond, far away from all the animals. Oh my goodness, the animals were so happy. They were rejoicing. They were so excited. And they said, "Come on, let's sing a song. Let's be friends forever. We are friends forever." And what do you think happened? The tiger was watching them from the other side of the pond. So he began to call her, "Please, let me be your friend. I will not eat you up. Please let me be your friend." So they were kind enough and said, "Okay, come, join us. But don't you dare misbehave next time." And so they all had fun together. Did you enjoy the story? I really wish I could hear all of you joining me in these repetitive sentences. Now, that is the true test of the success of the story. If the children joined in the chorus. You see, that's the reason we have repetition. Did I fulfill all the other functions? Were there adjectives, nouns, pronouns, demonstratives? Everything was there. Everything. So, in a very normal, natural way, when the children start saying these sentences, automatically they begin to get comfortable using the language. So this is how we had, and now this picture can even be used for picture discussion. So go ahead and have a lot of discussion on this picture as well.
Joyce, I'm just coming in to tell you that everyone's absolutely loving it. The chat is going agog with all the comments of how well they've enjoyed your narration, storytelling technique, and how much they're going to use it in their class. So I thought I should just interrupt to tell you that. Please continue.
Thank you. And I hope they're all joining, and I really wish I could unmute all of them and listen to them, but wait for some time.
Sure.
Okay. Now, next, thank you for the comments. And you know, this feedback really helps me. In fact, the last time I got so much of good feedback that it encouraged me to do some great things today. So with today's feedback, I'll do greater things next time. Okay. Now, another activity is parts of the face and body. Who doesn't know parts of the face and body? They know it even before they come to school. Are we coming here to teach them parts of the face and body? Certainly not. Then what do? Develop other skills while revising this. So here we have spot the difference. Which skill are we testing here? the skill of observation. They've got to observe and see which part is missing, which part is different. For example, if they look at the two monkeys, the second monkey has only 1 ear, and the tip of his tail has a white tip. The other one is not like that. Similarly, they look at the frog. Please, teachers, I have just chosen two. You can get so many more. So this I've given you just as an idea. Go ahead and get plenty of ideas like this. Our aim is very important. We have to have our aim in place. What is our aim? We want to revise parts of the face and body, but along with that, we are developing their skill of observation. Okay? Now, this is a very exciting activity. I enjoyed doing it. Look at those two children in the corner there. So typical of our children. If they see something wrong, what will they do? They'll giggle. They'll whisper to each other. So now what do? We have to encourage them. If you see something wrong, you don't have to giggle and laugh and make fun of the person and whisper. No. You can see the first picture. What will you tell that boy? And then the children will say, okay, we'll tell him, tie your laces. We can use another term and say, lace your shoes. Teach them different ways of saying it. Look at the second boy. What will you tell him? Button up your shirt. And you must see with so much authority the children will say, button up your shirt. That's no way. And look at this girl. She looks a mess. So what will they tell her? Comb your hair. Now, while they're saying this, did you notice how they are using these words? Your, my, his, her. Okay? So comb your hair. And finally, that last picture is so typical of our children, especially when they're eating icing cake. So what will they tell this boy? Don't lick your fingers. Bad manners. Go wash your face. You see how they're using language? You have to just create a situation, provoke them to react, and there, your deal is done. You will have no problems teaching them the language. Now, another activity here is the clothes we wear. Now, a very common problem here is the children use their mother tongue language to say certain words, to call certain items. For example, a vest. They say, my ganji. Teacher, my ganji is wet. No, it's a vest. So that's the reason why get a lot of pictures and get them to speak and say the name of this item or the name of that item. What do you call this? What do you call that? So they learn the right terms to name the items in the lexical area. Now, another extension of this activity could be, you can ask them, what do you wear when you go to school? So obviously they're going to talk about their uniform. They will describe their uniform. Encourage extensions. You can say, okay, what's the name of your school? They will say the name of the school. What's your teacher's name? You tell us the teacher's name. What does your teacher wear? So there you are talking about clothes once again. So don't restrict it to just this picture. What does your teacher wear? What does your teacher wear? What does your teacher wear? Which is her favorite dress? They know exactly which is your favorite dress. Then another question could be, what do you wear when you go for a swim? Tell me about your favorite swimsuit. What color is it? What do you wear when you go for a party? So in this manner, ask them the questions and they will be able to talk about their personal clothing rather than the clothing on the screen. So first activity, clothing on the screen. Next activity will be their own clothing. What do you wear when you feel hot in summer? What do you wear when you feel cold in winter? And that's how they get the right words for these items of clothing. Okay, now here's a challenge for me because I'm not a Lata Mangeshkar. So all those teachers here who can't sing, you can identify with me. Here's a color song. to the tune of When You're Happy and You Know It. It's called a color song, but as I told you, every activity involves more than one function. So here in this color song, I put in parts of the face and body, I put in colors, I put in clothing. You're going to laugh when you see the verses. Grammar, I've used present tense of the verb to be. And of course, the language functions will be common nouns in singular form. So shall we sing it along? I wish we could unmute all of you and we could all sing it together. It would be a real din to drown the sound of the rain. If your clothes have any red, if your clothes have any red, if your clothes have any red, put your finger on your head. If your clothes have any red, if you see something blue, if you see something blue, if you see something blue, then point to your shoe. If you see something blue, look around the room for, look around in the room for something black. Look around in the room for something black. If you see something black, put your hands behind your back. If you see something black, if you see something pink, if you see something pink, if you see something pink, give your eyes a double blink. If you see something pink, clap for yourselves. I'm sure you sang along with me. Okay, teachers, I've only chosen 4 colors because I have to finish this webinar in 40 minutes. Please go ahead and create your own verses. But remember, our mistake is when we have a color song, only focus on color. No. Involve other items as well. There's another activity, as I told you, we develop other skills. Now here we're developing the skill of observation. Now, as I said earlier, they know how to count from up to 100. And here we are saying only up to 20. Why? We want to hone their skills with just this much. Look at these pictures. Without counting, they have to be able to say which picture has less birds, which picture has more leaves, which picture has less branches. So that more and less concept is very important, and then they identify the number. Which one has less, how many less. Similarly, the next picture, I have also used color there. So along with the number, which balloon is missing? The blue balloon is missing. So they're using color. So along with numbers, I'm also revising color. So our aim here is to develop their skill of observation using the requirements of the brain. Some more activities for you. Plenty. I've been teaching for so many years, and of course, some of these I've created myself recently. You can have 2 groups. Children love competitive games. Have 2 groups, and then the teacher will say, "What's your favorite color?" She'll ask one child. Suppose the child says pink. Okay. Now point to something in the picture that is pink. Now, if the child is able to do that, that team gets a point. So in this way, the teams are able to choose their favorite color and identify it in the picture. An extension to this game will be, I spy with my little eye. You will close one eye and you say, I spy with my little eye something yellow. Now there are more than one thing. There's more than one thing there, yellow. They have to be able to identify the yellow thing. The little girl's shoes are yellow. So they are using language to identify the yellow in the picture. Okay? This is another teaching technique. It's called question time. Where you show them a picture and they will be able to talk about it. For example, now most often, teachers bring the most elaborate pictures, but they do not use it to its full capacity. Now, what do I mean? This is called question time with visual stimulus. Now, in this activity, what are the grammar functions I'm going to develop? Question words worked and how many? The demonstratives will be this, that, these, those. The present tense of verb to be, common nouns in singular and plural form, and simple adjectives. The Lexis will be, as I told you, we choose our theme from the Lexis. My theme is domestic animals. In the first slide, we talked about wild animals. So I thought, let's do domestic animals now. And we have cardinal numbers up to 20 and colors. The language functions here will be identifying and naming items in the picture. Now look at this picture. This picture is a good picture, but not everything is right in this picture, okay? There's something that are wrong also. So that's also what we have to see. So what am I doing? What's wrong? I've brought in that aspect. I'm bringing in the color concept. I'm bringing in the number concept. I'm bringing in the lexical item of domestic animals. So look at this picture and start talking about it. Don't ask them, what can you see in the picture? Their mind will ramble. Can you see something pink? Yes. What are they? They are pigs. How many pigs are there? Where are they? Start like that. Can you see that TV on the roof? Have you ever seen anyone putting their TV on the roof? Where do you keep your TV? So, this is what I want them to observe. Don't just look at a picture for the sake of looking at that picture. Create some excitement with them. Create some challenge. There are some things wrong in my picture. Teacher can't always be right. I've purposely done something wrong. So there you'll see. Look where the cow is relaxing. So let them talk about, and they feel very good when that pressure of being right and wrong is not there. There's no right answer or wrong answer. Let them free. Let them feel free. Suppose, for example, now there are how many pigs there? 1, 2, 3, 4 pigs. And the child says 5 pigs. Granted, okay, 1 pig is inside maybe. 4 are outside, 1 is inside. Teacher can cover up for that child so he doesn't feel that he has said the wrong answer. You see? So, in that manner, they feel so excited to talk about the picture. This is another very interesting story activity where show and tell. You will say, oh, this is an old activity, show and tell. What is your show and tell? What do teachers do? They tell the child, bring something from home and you have to talk about it. You know what the parents do? The parents teach the child 5 sentences on that item. And the child has to say it over and over and over again. Don't even sleep peacefully because they have to say that sentence, those sentences. Next morning, the child comes with the item and he rattles out those 5 sentences and he's very happy, he gets a big clap. Is that what we want? Show and tell is not that. We are not teaching them anything. So you can do it like this. Get a bag, put different items in the bag, show them the bag and say, guess what's in this bag? So let them talk. Let them talk about it. Let them guess. Let them say anything. As I told you, no right answer, no wrong answer. Good. Then, after that, if they are in class with you, you can call the children out to pick an item. But if they are not in class with you, what you have to do is call out a child's name and say, okay, Siddharth, now I'm going to pick an item for you. So you pick an item from the bag. Say, Siddharth, now you have to tell me what I have picked for you, what you have picked. So the teacher will ask him questions. What is this? So Siddharth can say, suppose it's a duck. Siddharth will say, this is a yellow duck. I want you to notice they are using the demonstratives here, they're using the present tense, they're using color words, and they're using the domestic animal. So many things in that one sentence. This is a yellow duck. Then the teacher will ask the child, is it big or is it small? What color is its beak? And then they can carry on the discussion about the duck. This is what we call show and tell. not learning 5 sentences by heart which the mother has prepared. Another way can be in the same manner, the bag can contain items related to different topics in the lexical area. They can pick a picture of eggs. A discussion follows. What discussion? Can you name all the animals that lay eggs? Okay, let them name. Now, do we eat eggs? Yes. Can we eat the crow's eggs? Can we eat the sparrow's eggs? Ask them. No. Some children might say, oh, but I eat duck's eggs. Let them speak. So they begin to think. Yes, we can differentiate. They are all eggs, but we can differentiate. Some eggs we can eat, some eggs we don't eat. So because they picked up that picture of eggs, so you have to be very creative in what you put into the bag. Now here is a simple picture, a picture discussion, because they need to learn about classroom items, but along with that we are going to revise all the other requirements as I just discussed. Once again, remember, you cannot ask them, what can you see in the picture? Then you are in trouble because they might see something that you don't want them to see. So, what do? You have to say, look at the teacher. So you direct their focus. They focus on what you want to talk about. Direct their attention. Is the teacher wearing a sari? No, she isn't. Okay, then what is she wearing? There I'm revising clothes. I'm revising colors. And how many children? You're revising numbers. You can go on. I've written all the requirements there. So every lesson of yours must have definite aims. Once again, a story, but this time it's different. I'm not going to relate the whole story to you. But this story is different because it has more challenges. As I wanted to tell you, in the earlier story, I chose only 4 animals. You can choose more. Get the children to say which animal they would like to be and they can carry on. Okay. Now, similarly here, I've chosen only 4 animals. If you have 20 children, 20 animals you'll have. Use the same dialogues. Now, what is special about the story? The story must have a punchline. And what is my punchline? Boom! Bam! The sky is falling on my head. The sky is falling on my head. The sky is falling on my head. I'm going to tell the farmer now. This is the punch word. Teach the children the punchline right at the start. So when you actually say it, they will join you. Okay? This story is purely for dramatization. There was once a hen and a cock. They had a little baby. His name was Chicken Licken. One day, when his parents were resting, Chicken Licken went out for a walk. As he wandered about, he suddenly heard a loud sound. Boom! Bam! What's that? He wondered. He looked this way and that way. Couldn't see anything. Then he looked up and he saw the blue sky. So he looked at the sky. You want to fall on my head? Wait, I will go and tell old MacDonald the farmer. He said that and he starts walking towards the farmer's farmyard. As he was walking, he began to sing. Boom! Bam! The sky is falling on my head. The sky is falling on my head. The sky is falling on my head. I'm going to tell the farmer now. Obviously, when somebody's singing so loudly on the road, you're going to attract attention, right? So, rightly so, Henny Penny came up to her and said, "Hello, Chicken Licken, where are you going?" Now, this sentence will be repeated for all the animals. So, children must pick up that. Chicken Licken, oh. When she said, "Where are you going?" Chicken Licken started her song again. Boom, bam, the sky. So, Penny said, "Can I come with you?" Chicken Licken said, Come along. So now Chicken Licken and Henny Penny started walking and walking and walking. And on the way, whom did they meet? They met Ducky Lucky. Now you will notice I have given some strange names. Why? Just for a kick. The kids get very tickled when you give funny names. So Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Doggy Loggy, Catty Latty, Lucy Lucy, any nonsense. It doesn't have to be serious. Okay? So Ducky Lucky. Now when Ducky Lucky meets Chicken Licken, what does she say? Chicken Licken, where are you going? And again Chicken Licken repeats the same thing. In this manner, Chicken Licken meets Ducky Lucky, Doggy Loggy, Catty Latty, and they all start walking towards the farmer's farmyard. And and now, if you have different animals, get them to repeat the animals in order. That sequence is important for them. So, who was going to the farmyard? Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Doggy Loggy, and Catty Latty were going to the farmyard. So if you have more, it's more fun. They walked and walked. Finally, they reached the farmer's farmyard. And the farmer said, "What's the matter? What's the matter? Why are you looking so frightened, all of you?" And again, they all started singing, boom, bam. The sky is falling on my head. The sky is falling on my head. The sky is falling on my head. So we have come to tell you now. Oh, so the farmer said, oh, that's not the sky. It might have been a coconut that has fallen. Oh, is it? They said. And they were all so happy. So the farmer's wife said, now come, sit down. You're not looking so tired. I'll give you something to eat. Here we teach them what food these animals eat. See how lovingly the farmer's wife is feeding Henny Penny and Chicken Licken with grains in the farm. Look at that Ducky Lucky enjoying the fish. And what an adorable Doggy Loggy. He's got such a huge bone, it looks as though it's bigger than him. He's not willing to share it with anybody. And here's our little lady like Catty Latty. She's waiting for an invitation. She's waiting for the farmer's wife to say, "Start drinking, my darling. Drink that milk." And then she'll start lapping up the milk. So you see, each one has a different nature. We bring out these little, niceties. The children get very excited. They are able to identify with this. Some children are very bold, some are shy, some wait for the teacher to say start. So I have personalized these characteristics in these animals. So in this way, they all had their grains and they went home. They took their food and they went home. Now the last activity is a wrapper. Generally, we must always have an activity to revise all the items that we have learned. So, you can ask the principal, now this activity can be in class, ask the principal if they can wear colored clothes that day and you can have it. If not, you can even have it online. I'll show you how to do it online later, but let me do it this way now. So you choose one child to be the den. Now look at that child. Quite a smart thing. Look at her pointing out, and she's going to give the orders, the leader. She'll say, all those with long hair, change places. Now what are they to do? They have to look, is your hair short or long? Is my hair long? Yes, I have to run. So they have to change places with another child who has long hair. Those with 10 fingers and 10 toes, what's going to happen here? All of them have to change places because they all have their 10 toes and 10 fingers. So they have to revise their parts of the body. Those with black eyes, then you can say all boys change places, all girls change places. Those wearing yellow change places. So in this manner, it's an activity where the children are identified and they are acting accordingly. Now, if you are online, they will have their colors. What have you to do? Instead of saying change places, okay, all those with long hair, clap above your head. So they clap above. So only those with long hair will clap. All those with black eyes, click your fingers. They click their fingers. think of some idea, but you have to revise all the items. The children can hold placards of animals. On the right hand corner, I have shown you some idea of how to make these little creative placards. Each child holds a placard. And then the leader will say, all horses change places. The animal with horns change places. The animal with a curly tail change places. Oh, I can go on and on and on, dear teachers, but the time is up. And I hope you have enjoyed the session. If you have, make sure you are in class with your students. Even they should enjoy the session the way you have enjoyed the session with me. Thank you very much.